Welcome to Metal Gods TV with Mick the Beard.
Mick here at Hammerfest with the guys from Powe Quest.
Hello mate, good to see you again.
I know, and you.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
It's glad to see you back on the road and recording and everything else again, mate.
Absolutely, mate. It's, to be honest, the 3-year gap, I think, told me one thing, that I just can't live without doing it.
Yeah.
You know, and the 3 years gave me a chance to redress the financial situation and all that kind of business. And, you know, the likes of Ash here have really fired the creative side of things for me, the enthusiasm, all that kind of thing. He's come in, as you probably heard his performance on the EP, with us, absolutely outstanding, and I'm not just saying it because he stood here next to me, you know, it's absolutely awesome. Yeah, well, you can make it up to me later. But no mate, it's great to be back. I would have preferred to be here under different circumstances, but I'm sure we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I'm not going to go in for the whys and wherefores, but the Powe Quest lineup jinx has hit again. I suppose main thing people are going to want to know is touring and stuff still going to carry on, and you're still going to look for permanent replacements?
Yeah, absolutely. The disappointment for me was I don't recall ever having to cancel a show in 17 or 18 years, however long it is. And to have to do that for Portsmouth on Thursday was soul destroying, and particularly for Ash, it would have been a hometown show for him.
Hometown show for him. And so when we found out how well tickets were doing, I thought I'd get to do this in front of my friends and family. And so when it was bitterly disappointing, the promoters were very understanding. They totally got it. So the show's been moved to June the 10th, but it was sort of bitter pill to swallow. I think we tried everything we possibly could to save it. Tried to see if anyone could learn an hour's set in 12 hours, and it's just not even doable.
That was the point, wasn't it? It was midnight going into the early hours of Thursday morning when this hit us.
Yeah.
So there's no way you could do a show that day. No. You know our stuff's like, you can't learn it in 5 minutes. You know.
The worst thing about it is, you know, when we put the announcement out, it was only probably about 8 hours before it all happened. So we were just like, well, what do we do? Luckily, Andy Kopchek of RMI and Benjamin Ellis of Scar Symmetry are standing in for this Hammerfest performance. So we're looking at it as anything could happen, because they've had 24 hours to learn a set, so it could be an absolute masterpiece or the worst thing you've ever seen.
But,
so
you know, to be fair to them, they've been operating on about 2 hours sleep in the van. All you hear from the back, I'm in the front, all you hear from the back is G, D, F sharp, C sharp, over and over and over again. We got to the hotel at 4 this morning.
Yeah.
Did they go to bed? No. Into their room, G, D, C, F. Which song's that? Face the Raven, right. E, you know, and just going and going. And that's where they are now, in the chalet.
Yeah, no, I've seen. I know they're still at it now. Yeah.
So hats off to them. It's a testament to not only how good they are musically, but as people. The fact that Ben drove easily 250 miles to come and do a practice with us, and he's sat in the van. And he's really helped us out, and what a great couple of guys they are as people. They really fit in. It's just been easy to be around them as well.
I think, to be fair, I wouldn't have blamed everyone for not wanting to touch this as a challenge. Because it could backfire on them as well. Particularly for Ben, you know, with his reputation and standing. But to come in and be picking things up like it's dead easy. But it's a professional. You know, and we all know what we get with professionals.
But you know, it's all the touring's still going ahead. Where the Portsmouth show is going to be the only show that will be, you know, touch wood. Funny wood, but I'll touch it. Bit of that will be the only one cancelled. We've still got all the plans to do all the shows this summer, all the ones in different countries as well. Still doing the album in May, UK tour in October, America in September. So none of that is going to be affected, whether it be by then we have the permanent members in or we have stand-ins again. You know, those guys have already said, look, if you need us for anything else, you just give us a call. So if we need to do shows with those guys or other people standing in for the moment until we find the right people, then that's what will happen. So.
Absolutely.
So, like you say, the Portsmouth ones, is that going to be a case of the people who've got tickets will be able to use those tickets?
Absolutely. Everything will be valid next time round. You know, and we'll probably try and do something a little bit cool for that night as well, just to kind of make, even though, you know, I don't view it as our fault, it's just one of those kind of collision of circumstances, and if we could have done it, obviously we would have done it, you know, but it was a bridge too far even for...
I can't legislate for things like that, Steve, mate. It's just one of them things, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think, you know, as we get older, mate, and I'm certainly doing that, you appreciate that more perhaps when you're younger you don't get so stressed about it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But then again, with when it all got announced, we told people that the problem with Portsmouth. Obviously, there's going to be the odd people that have travelled down and they're a bit upset about it. But the majority of the people were totally understanding. They said, "We know this isn't your fault," and they know. Especially I dealt with the Portsmouth promoter quite a few times because I've done shows with him for him before. And the minute I told him, he goes, "A show cancellation? This isn't like you." And he totally understood, and he was really understanding, and so were the fans. So a big thank you to all them.
Absolutely,
really.
absolutely.
So what other things have you got booked then?
Well, we've got quite a run of stuff, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got Fused Festival in Chepstow on July the 1st.
Headlining that one with
Headline.
Tigers of Pantang as well, which is
Yeah,
quite cool.
so that's cool. The day after that, we're down in Swansea for Seven Sins Festival. Later in July, we're in Manchester for SOS, which will be great.
That's a headline slot, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the beauty of these shows; they're all headline, which is great for us. Obviously, there's a bit more pressure now with the lineup situation, but with time's on our side though, so that's cool. Into August, off to Sweden for Sabaton Open Air.
Nice one.
And that one, we're doing an exclusive one-off set with just the Wings of Forever album in its entirety, kind of thing.
Brilliant.
So that's going to be a challenge again, given the circumstances.
Yeah.
But
Nice
the slot for that
wedged
is
in between Dirk Schneider and Hammerfall, like literally bang in the middle. You think it couldn't be any more perfect, really, for that sort of for the genre we play, and for the people out there, they're going to really get into it. So yeah.
And then September, Prog Power USA, which again slightly hampered with visas and stuff now, with names and all that kind of thing. So I've fortunately managed to pull some favours from some American chums of mine. Remember when we had a guy called Bill Hudson in the band?
Yeah.
Well, he's now with Trans-Siberian Orchestra and all that kind of thing.
Oh, right.
Actually, Dirk Schneider's guitar player as well. So he's on before us at Sabaton Open Air.
So we'll get to hang out with him ahead of that. But yeah, mate, I caught him on Facebook. It must have been 3 a.m. our time or something like that. Dude, can you save my life? What's up? September the 6th, are you free? Is it Prog Power, he says. I said, yes, let me check. I'm in. All done and dusted in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it was, do you need another guitar player? I said, well, yeah, I know loads, he says. Well, this guy. Oh, I actually know him. He's in as well.
So we were very lucky, very fortunate that Hammerfest and the American stuff was saved very quickly.
Yeah.
The other stuff, as Steve said, we've got time on our side. We can look for either that permanent members that are going to, or we'll have stand-ins for those shows. That everything is still going to go ahead. The album's still going to go ahead that we're recording in May. So there's no pressure on those.
One thing you can be assured of, though, with me, that anybody who does stand in will be absolutely top draw.
Yeah. Well, at least you've got, like you say, you've got a few time slots in between where you've got
Yeah.
downtime.
Exactly. It's there's lots to do this year, but it was the idea for this year. We couldn't come back after a hiatus and then do a couple of things and then not do anything for 8 months or something like that. This year had to be full bore, take everything that's coming, every opportunity, and even with the work on the new album that we've been squirreling away with in the background, I'm thrilled with how it's going.
Yeah.
Absolutely thrilled. And I'd writer's block for a while last year. It's getting back into the swing of it, but there's a couple of things that I genuinely think it's the best stuff I've come up with. I really do.
Some things we're going to be announcing regarding the album and a few other things we've got that are coming up this year, and it's going to really make people go, oh wow, Powe Quest mean business.
Yeah.
Regardless of what happened in the last few days, they're going to go, wow, they're not to be messed with, and we're quite excited about that stuff.
Totally. Yeah, what's done is done.
Yeah.
And I think I'm at pains to point out that whatever happened, it doesn't really matter. Things break for a reason and so on and so forth. But me, mate, I wish anybody all the best. Good luck with what you want to do. And onwards and upwards for everybody.
So at the end of the year, we'll be having a break then after all that.
To be brutally honest, mate, I'll have run out of holiday from my day job,
Right.
and that's what it hangs around.
Yeah.
As you know. So I think I'll be probably in a situation by mid-November where I ain't going to have a day off work till April next year.
Yeah.
So I'll use that as another writing phase. And what we're planning on follow the UK tour we've got in October, with a part 2 of that in April next year. So as soon as the new leave comes in from my day job, out on the road again.
Yeah,
So that's how it'll be.
Yeah,
I
I mean that's what most people have to do now.
Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm more than happy to suffer 6 months of work with no respite. You know, if you get to do these things, well, that's what it's all about.
And finally, have you got a message for the guys out there?
Absolutely, you know, the support you guys have given us last 18 months since we've been back, but more specifically, probably the last 48 hours. You know, that for me has told me everything probably that I thought I already knew about the Powe Quest community and all that kind of thing, but the messages of support from people, whether it's posts on Facebook, emails, whatever it is, has been overwhelming, hasn't it?
It's been wonderful.
Absolutely overwhelming, even to the point where the odd negative comment that's appeared, you know, having a dig at me and all that, people jumping in and Steve's not like that, what's the matter with you? And all that, get off his case, you know. I think, what can I say, you know?
It's very easy to judge the situation negatively from outside of the situation, but us four remaining members can assure you that it's not like that. We want to just do the best we possibly can for the Powe Quest fans and anybody that's got even a vague, the smallest bit of interest in us. So yeah, thank you so much to all you guys that have, especially for me, being a new member, it's been really humbling and really quite overwhelming actually at points. So it's been really, really nice. So thank you.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing people obviously this afternoon. Obviously, you know, it could be one of those shows today. It could either be a train wreck,
Hopefully not. Yeah.
hopefully not, or it could be amazing. You know, some of the stuff the guys were playing last night, seriously, was the best I'd heard some of those songs for years. And when you consider the time they'd had to do it, ridiculous. So yeah, I think today will be well worth a watch, I think, to see what goes down. But beyond that, come and check us out in July. Come to Sweden if you want to see the Wings of Forever set, you know. And if not, Newcastle, Wolverhampton, London, Cardiff in October.
Nice one.
Let's be having it.
Nice one, mate. Good to see
Cheers,
you.
Mick. Nice to see you, man.
Cheers, man.